Oh, my apologies. I just realized I've been muted. Sorry about that. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Great, great. Thank you for that feedback. Yes. Oh, it's been a pleasant day for me, and I pray and hope you all are doing great. If you're watching me live, welcome, 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 welcome. Special welcome to you watching me live. And if you are watching the replay later on today, special thanks as well. Thank you for always joining me each time or watching my videos. Big thanks there. So thank you, family. It's Coach Lola Owokoniran here. We are live on Instagram as well as on YouTube. Yes, we're gonna do this. So I'm just gonna give everyone a few more minutes um, to keep joining the live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. It's gonna be a fun topic, or topics, I should say, with what's going on today in our economy. Yes, there's a lot of things being thrown at us, but we're still standing. That's all that matters. We're still standing. And if you're watching me now and you're yet to follow me on my Instagram page, please do what to just hit that follow button. It's free. Show some love, show some support by following me on Instagram. It's Coach Lola Owokoniran, just like my name is spelled on the screen, and my YouTube page as well. Same thing. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are yet to. If you haven't yet, please don't hold back on those buttons. Just click, 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 and you're done. Literally, and turn on the notifications so you never miss any of my transformational conversations, all about money, all about, finance, wealth building, legacy planning, and purpose as well. Living with purpose. Today, thank you all for joining. Today, we're discussing two big issues that touches the hearts and homes of every American, every American, and it's going to be very impactful. So please, if you have a minute, do share the video. One immediate situation going on right now is the government funding deal and what it means for you and I. And another issue we're going to address today is the long term um, situation or topic, if it gets passed, which is the rise of the 50-year mortgage loan term. Yes, 50 years. And why it could be either a wealth trap or it could be a wealth opportunity. It all depends on what side of the coin or what financial decision you make from now on, leading on to that time. So let's get comfortable. Grab your notebook. If you love to sip on some water or some tea or coffee, grab something to drink, and let's get on today's topic. So again, please do well to share. I sent the links out, and we're all live now having this great conversation on what's going on in our society, in our economy today. So picture this. You've worked hard for years. You're trying to build your family's future. Maybe buy a home, invest in your business, just building wealth, building that financial security or financial stability for your family. That's one of the reasons why we work so hard. And then, you hear later on, oh, by the way, your mortgage term is now 50 years instead of 30 years or 15 years. Or you hear about the government shutdown, which we just came out of temporarily. With the government shutdown, it means your paycheck is delayed. These are real life examples, by the way, and real life issues that is going on. For example, at one point during the recent funding standoff, up to about 670,000 federal employees were laid off, literally. And about 730,000 of those individuals more were working without a paycheck. The only reason why those 730,000 people, the only thing I can think about what sustains them was that they had an emergency fund. they had maybe another stream of income to sustain them working their federal jobs without getting a paycheck. Think about it. You know, now meanwhile, the average US home price is around $410,000 with a 50-year mortgage loan, which President Trump tweeted, or he's also proposing. You might pay almost double the interest compared to a 30-year loan. So the conversations have started about this new loan term, 50 years. If it gets passed, I don't know, but let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. So I'm going to walk you through what's really happening, what it means for your money and my money, and what you and I can do about it, because knowledge is power. And you and I are not powerless because we have the information, and we will make informed decisions as we, come across any financial decisions that we need to make on a daily basis. We have to be intentional about how we spend our money. Again, if you're new on my channel, I'm Coach Lola Owokoniran. If you're watching me live as well, I am a wealth coach. I'm also a certified financial educator. I help individuals, I help entrepreneurs, business owners, the everyday people create financial freedom. My mission is very simple, which is to empower you to build wealth, leave a legacy, and not just paying bills to just pay bills day by day, month by month, but to truly leave something behind that will speak for generations to come, leave a legacy, and to live a life of purpose. That is my mission here each time I go live with you. If you're here for the first time, special welcome to you. If you're a regular in my Build, Grow, Thrive community, thank you for always joining me on my programs, my live events, for watching my videos, for just staying connected with this mission, for trusting the mission and walking the system. And if you are on the live right now or on the replay afterwards, drop in the chat where you're watching me from. Where are you watching me from? I'd love to hear from you. Or say a hello. Just say hello or hi. You could put an emoji. I'd love to have some engagements as we are having conversations. I don't want it to be one-sided. So if you're not too shy watching me, please do well to leave a comment, leave a chat, leave a hi, a hello. Or you can leave in the chat what your thoughts or your frame of mind, your opinion about this 50-year mortgage loan. How is that going to impact you or your community at large? What's your opinion about it if it gets passed? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you're a homeowner. Let me know if you're a business owner. Let me know if you're even a first-time buyer shopping. Just say hi. Leave a comment, guys. Leave a comment. Thank you so much. Leave a comment, please. All right. Leave a comment. We are live. Leave a comment. Thank you so much. So, going on today's topic, what is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal going on? We're going to be going deeper into this conversation. And I want you to know that everything we talk about today is going to be actionable steps that you can take. No jokes. It's not a hype. These things are really happening. We're going to be talking about real strategies that you can use. So stay till the end, because I will give you key takeaways that you can apply immediately to your finances. So what's the deal with the government funding? What is the deal with the government funding? The Senate voted to advance a temporary deal to reopen the government and fund operations all through January 30th of 2026, with some agencies funded much further than, past the 30th of January. Well, key points for us to note: federal workers who missed their paychecks, some of them about 1.4 million people in number, will get payback. They're gonna get their payment back for those missed paychecks, which is a thumbs up to the government on that one. Thank you so much. Secondly, programs like the Veterans Services, Agricultural Support, Food Aid, the SNAPs are continuing. They're funding them back. Now, for how long, we do not know. Some details like certain healthcare subsidy decisions are still in negotiations. In short, for summary, we've moved from crisis towards resolution. A middle ground is what they've called it. But we are not out of the woods yet. We are not out of the woods. So for government workers who are getting paychecks back on their on their paychecks, back pay, payments coming in, please save. Don't get that money and spend and spend. I know the holidays are coming upon us. They're fast approaching, but please save, because the shutdown is not yet, it's not final. After the 30th of January, it might continue. So let us prepare. Now, even if you're not a federal employee, this matters to you very much. If you work in a business that contracts with the government, or you're in a region heavily impacted by federal worker pay, consumers tighten up. That means less spending, which is what I'm preaching. Less spending, slower growth, and maybe layoffs within the businesses, somewhere. So if you're relying on certain benefits like the food aid or loans tied to federal backing, those are going to be very shaky, very uncertain in terms of how that's going to play out, especially during the standoff. So states were notified of these lapses, but let's all make sure that we are being informed, and as we are making any decisions, we are thinking things through before making any decisions. Now, it also shows that the system is full of risks all around. When big institutions are taking a pause or are shaky, individuals like you and I will feel it. The everyday people will feel it. That's why I always say your financial stability cannot depend on one paycheck or someone else's paycheck. That is your employer. You need to build multiple streams of income. If you are yet to do that, please start today. Start with something today. Put in an hour. Start with one client a day, one client a month, but start that stream of income. Do not rely on one source. So right now, I want you to do this. If this live or this replay you're watching, take 10 minutes after the live and look at your emergency funds. Do you have at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses? I'm not talking about your income. No, your living expenses, your necessities. Do you have 3 to 6 months saved up? If not, please start building it today. I'll leave a link to a few recommended high yield savings accounts, which you can start using for free today. Just start with what you have. $50, $10, $20. Open it today. And if you're also watching this on replay, make sure that you take a few minutes after you watch it and check your expenses. Check your emergency savings. Check your savings account, because that's what many of us are using today. The high yield savings is preferable because they offer higher yield of interest compared to a traditional bank account. So make sure you open one today. And if you're yet to like as well, share this with someone. Share this video with someone that you care about, someone that you know needs to have or hear this information, and subscribe so we can build this community stronger together. Because when we move together, we succeed, we win together. That's the very essence of what we do here. Now, we've covered the immediate risk, which is the government shutdown, which is what we're facing, what we're transitioning out of temporarily. Up next is a conversation about the long term. I see it as a long term trap that is slowly going to creep on us. Yes, or should I say creeping? It's slowly creeping into today's mortgage world, the 50-year mortgage loan. And friends, family, this one, huh, this one could quietly steal generations of wealth if we're not careful. If this gets passed, generations behind you might still be paying on that loan long after you're no longer alive. So that's why this conversation is very important. Lenders and policymakers are talking about introducing a 50-year mortgage or 50-year mortgages as a way to ease affordability. On the surface of things, this will offer us lower monthly payments, which is excellent. Yes, it sounds good, right? But the math behind it tells us a different story. The math, the numbers, which I always say, the numbers always tell you a story. The numbers behind this 50-year mortgages are telling us a different story. According to recent data, a buyer today purchasing a home at the loan interest will be paying, would pay about, so if we're looking at an average home buyer today, the US average price of a house today is about $410,000. If this individual has a down payment of 20% under a 30-year loan at the interest rate of 6.3, please pay attention here. This person will be paying about $2,030 every month. $2,030 every month in principal as well as interest. This is on a 30-year loan for a home valued or purchased at $410,000, 6.3 interest rate. Now, with a proposed 50-year loan at the same rate of 6.3%, the monthly payment, yes, it might drop to around 1,800. It sounds like saving, yes, but the total cost over time, the interest paid over 50 years could be almost double what you'd have paid under the 30-year loans. This is how the mortgage companies make their money. This is how the credit card companies make their money. So the pain point here is with a 50-year mortgage, you are in debt for decades. Most of your early payments typically go towards interest, not equity. Many people will find themselves, even after retirement, using their Social Security funds to pay this mortgage, this 50-year loan. That is what is going to be happening if you don't pay that mortgage off quick and soon. You build equity much more slowly on this plan, on this 50-year mortgage. The main reason for purchasing home, for buying a house, is really to build assets, to build wealth, and leave a legacy, leave assets, leave a trust behind for generations to come. Start it as a wealth building tool. But with a 50-year loan, this goal right here, the goal of using your property to build wealth, is going to get delayed and maybe impossible. Very much impossible. And if the homeowner dies too early, then the mortgage is passed on to the next generation, only if they sell it. Or if the homeowner is out of a job and they can't make payments, then they lose the property. Back to square one. So you might enter retirement or even old age still owing the bank. In effect, what looks like affordable today, yes, it's going to offer us lower payments, but it may cost you and I our freedom, our financial freedom, our future self is going to be at a, at a high risk. There's going to be a lot of stress, financial stress, leading up onto old age. As it is, our retirees are barely surviving with the medical costs today, with the nursing home costs today. These things are expensive. So if the next generation is going to be signing on 50-year loans, what is going to happen? Some analysts compare this proposal to, they're calling it a modern day sharecropping. I had to look that one up. Sharecropping is where a land you own, you get a land and you tend that piece of land for decades. You tend to it for decades. Just keep taking care of it, but you never own it outright. You never own it, but you're just maintaining it. In other words, anyone signing up for this 50-year mortgage is just going to be owning that property. It's just going to be maintaining that property. Yes, you're just going to be maintaining that property without owning it outright. Because eventually, if you don't pay it off, it goes back to the bank. That's how they make their money. Yes, Natasha. Yes. So it is modern day sharecropping. We are just tenants in those properties where you pay, you maintain, you carry on, you pay the taxes, you pay for the repairs, you pay for the mortgage, but at the finish line, you don't own it because you don't pay it off. The finish line keeps moving. 50 years is a long time. It's a lifetime. That's 5 decades, people. That's a wealth trap, in my opinion. That's the wealth erosion part of which I don't want you to experience. The important point here is a longer term might, yes, lower your monthly payment, but it doesn't increase the supply of homes or fix our housing prices today. It doesn't. The housing prices are still going to be increased. It's still going to go up. They're just relieving the home buyers. They're relieving us of the costs on the front end. If you just keep paying, the monthly premium, the monthly principal or mortgage that you're required to pay. But at that rate, you're literally working for the bank or your mortgage company. So the prices keep climbing because this idea of affordability, the illusion about it is extended. Lenders write bigger loans. Debts are increasing. We're yet to survive the student loan crisis is still going on. So the problem is not just the long term, it's the broader housing market dynamic. This is so much bigger than the long term. So here's the thing also I want you to think about. Here is another point or another thing to note here with everything going on. Credit score. It changes around that. So Fannie Mae and other agencies are making it even much easier for everybody and anyone to get a mortgage. They're making it very much easier, which is a good thing, yes, but on the back end, the after effect is going to affect the economy. And why? This is what they're doing. They're looking at things like how you're paying your rent, utilities, even subscriptions. How good are you on your payments? instead of just your credit score, the traditional way which we know of. And yes, it sounds good, but here's the catch. More people could end up with loans that they cannot afford just because Fannie Mae deems them fit to be able to afford to pay that loan. And with this super long 50-year mortgages, it takes forever to really own your home. If enough people are not prepared, we could see what we call a subprime style problem all over again, which happened back in 2008. When I say subprime style problem, here's what I mean. Back in 2008, banks were giving mortgages to people who really could not afford them. At first, it seemed fine, it was okay. We enjoyed the benefits of that. But when payments got too high, many people lost their homes. Banks, they made money, but families and the economy, we paid the price. With these 50-year mortgages, we could see a similar situation happening. People would get stuck in this debt that they cannot handle, struggling for decades, and the system ultimately benefits the mortgage companies, the lenders. They benefit from it more than the homeowners. Yes, Rachel, that is predatory lending. You are so right. You are so right. So this is just a wake-up call, family. This is just bringing you the information. So here's what I tell my clients and my community. Save more for a larger down payment. Save more. That means you get to borrow less, lesser interest, and faster equity built up in your home. Consider buying a less expensive home. I know, as hard as it sounds. Or moving to, or moving to a lower cost area. Buy what you can afford and gradually increase the value, or sell it, and then you as you can afford it, as your income is increasing, which I really don't recommend. But if you are comfortable with that lifestyle, why go buy bigger? Why not invest and save? Maintain that lifestyle with what you with a less expensive home that you can afford, even with an increased income. I always recommend maintain that lifestyle, maintain that spending in that property for about a year to two, where you can save good money, invest that extra income you have, invest it, buy more assets. Then yes, you can go off and buy a bigger property. But we have to move wisely. We have to operate wisely using God's wisdom. So consider buying a less expensive home. Buy what you can afford within reasonable means. Of course, in a safe and secured environment. Yes, consider moving to a lower cost area as well. Consider the other factors, mobility and all that, transportation and other things. Factor all that in there. Ultimately, your financial freedom is very much more important than the size of the house that you buy. Focus on paying off your debts, not just extending it. Yes, Natasha, buy what you can afford. Thank you very much. Buy what you can afford. So focus on paying off debt, not extending it. The shorter your debt term, the sooner you win, the sooner you are free. Financial freedom. My dream and prayer is for everyone to be debt free. To be debt free by the time you're ready to retire. Be debt free. Don't rely solely on home ownership as well for wealth building. Consider other assets like stocks, like multifamily real estate, or diversified investments in the universal life insurance to generate income tax free, ultimately tax free. And, as you acquire this asset, make sure that they appreciate over time. Track it, monitor it, maintain it, fund it. Consider other means of building your wealth. So, key takeaways that I want everyone to take away from this conversation today: debt is not wealth. It is not. Long term debt may keep you from owning what you think you own. Yes. Equity builds legacy. The sooner you build it, the sooner you have freedom. Affordability, yes, it's an illusion. It costs us later. I don't just want you to ask when you are purchasing a house or anything you want to buy, can I afford the payment? Yes, it's a good question to ask. But I want you to ask also, will I own this property soon? And how soon do I want to own it? And also ask yourself, will I build wealth from this? How do I plan to build wealth or to create wealth from this assets? Whether it's the stocks, whether it's real estate, whether it's um, businesses that you want to open, whichever area you are putting your money, building that asset, investing, ask yourself, will I own this soon? Will I build wealth from it? Make sure you ask yourself these questions before you sign any agreements or any contracts. Sleep on it. Take a minute, pause. Consider the factors. Yes, can you afford it? Also, will I own this soon? Can I maintain it? Can I fund it properly? Will it appreciate for you? Next, stay prepared, family. I think if you've never heard me on any of my videos, please hear me loud and clear. Stay prepared. Whether it's the government shutting down, taking away funds, whether it's the loan term going on that we did not expect, we're not expecting, nobody thought about this, but yes, that post was made by President Trump. So that means conversations are happening around the 50 years mortgages. We have no power over those decisions. Only in the place of prayer we have we have power to control what happens. Prayer, but with preparation. Preparations with actions. Building the right framework. Build your own economy. Build your own emergency fund. Use the financial education to its full effect to protect you, to protect your legacy, to protect future generations coming behind you. And lastly, choose your assets carefully. Your home can be one, yes, but only if it is structured wisely. Only if it is structured wisely. So please let us stay prepared and let us stay very much aware of what is going on around us. Yes, Rachel, preparation plus knowledge. Yes, like this one right here, like we're having today, plus proactivity are the keys to success. So let's be proactive. Let's be proactive. Yes, it will take sacrifice. Yes, it will take you, being diligent. Yes, it will take you being intentional. But when you are properly prepared, with prayer. You've played your own part. You've prayed, you've saved, you've used all the information you have, and you leave the rest to God to take care of. He always looks out for his own. Everything works together for our good. But you have to play your own part. You have to. We cast our cares on him. We trust him to bless the work of our hands, to bless us and cause us to be fruitful. He has called us to be great stewards. Ask and it shall be given. We ask of divine wisdom and he gives to us. We have to use it. We have to apply it. And in that same spirit, we have to be thankful. I'm very much appreciative for every day that we have the opportunity to live a new day. So, all right, family, here's what I want you to do next. Click the link. I'm going to leave a link in the comment section below. If you're yet to book a session with me, if you want to chat one-on-one about your finances, about retirement planning, business planning, life insurance, yes, we all need it. It's all part of wealth building. It's all part of wealth building. Preparing for the next generation, estate planning. As you're working hard, what tools do you have in place to protect everything that you're working for? Your legacy, how are you planning for it? These are very key, important things. Many of us push it to tomorrow, to tomorrow, to tomorrow. But tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody, including myself. But we pray and we trust God for long life and prosperity. But after we are no longer here, we do not want our loved ones to be struggling with probate court, with the government for taxes, and going back and forth with paperwork, or having to spend all that money you have acquired paying for estate planning with lawyers, with attorneys, or paying towards taxes. Please don't make that mistake. Please. So schedule an appointment with me. I'll leave the link in the bio section of this video for you to book a session with me. I can help you look at the bigger picture. I can help you to start making smart financial moves, building that up step by step. Everyone's financial journey is different, but your numbers always tell a story. Your numbers always tell a story. So, and please do well, share this video with someone who is about to buy a home, or who's thinking about purchasing, or who thinks that a long-term loan is the answer. If they've seen it and if they've heard about it in the news and they're considering it, please let them listen to this, because they might want to have a rethink here. And make sure you, if you've not yet subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. Like our videos. Please leave a comment. Leave your comments. Tell me your biggest home buying fear or your financial goal for the new year. I know. Or even this year. Tell me all about it. What is your financial goal for the new year? And what was your financial goal for this year? Did you achieve it? And how did you achieve it? Leave your comment in the comment section below. And thank you all for joining me. If you are new on my channel or on my Instagram live, thank you so much. And please, please, please join us every Thursday. We go live 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you stay empowered, stay educated, financial education, and stay aligned with your purpose, which God has given to you and I, you will build wealth and not just carry debt. You need to be focused this year and going into the future and be intentional. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to grow. Until next time, I'm Coach Lola Owokoniran, reminding you, build, grow, and thrive now and always. God bless you all. And we'll see you in the next video or next live. Bye for now. Thank you all for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll leave the link in the comment section as well for the booking. All right. Yes, I see a few comments coming in. I know, Osvalda, 50 years mortgage are yeah, it's a stupid idea. In my opinion, it's a debt trap. Um, it's 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 a debt. It's a wealth trap. It's no longer the American dream for a lot of us. It is no longer the American dream. Yes, Natasha, God bless you too. God bless you. God bless you. Amen. Amen. Appreciate you always. So, yes. So let's make sure that we are staying aware, we are staying connected, we are being informed as we're making decisions, and share this video. Hey, awesome. Kudos, 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 kudos. Congratulations, Natasha. Congratulations. That's a testimony. That was your financial goal for this year. I see that. Awesome. All blessings to God. All praise to Him. Excellent. Excellent. We thank God. Thank you for that testimony. So, if you have any more goals to share on the chat, please go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Yes, it was. Awesome. 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 That's so great. That's so great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, let's celebrate Natasha. Let's celebrate her. Congratulations. Congratulations. Rachel is congratulating you as well. Awesome. God bless you. God bless you, Rachel. Yes. Yes, we will build that. Yes. Amen. That's your financial goal for the new year. How about that? Starting from now, a new income stream starting today. We are going to work on that. We're going to work on that. Yeah. So go ahead and book your appointment, and then we'll work on that. A new stream of income. Yes, everyone needs more than one income stream. Don't rely on your employer. Don't rely on the paycheck. Have multiple streams of income. Everyone has the gift, the talent, the power to multiply your talents. In your purpose, profits will come. You just have to take that bold step and start. An hour here, 30 minutes there, a day a week, one client at a time. And before you know it, that dream of your business becomes a reality, a full grown business. So let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. Let's book. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat as well for those of us still live on the call, so you can book. Just to save you all the time, so you can book that session. But thank you all, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining today's live. It's the Wealth Plan Discovery call. So thank you all for joining. Yes. Blessings to you all. It's been a great session today. So join me on my next live on Thursday next week. And I also do have my weekly posts that I do put out there, just affirmations, inspirations, motivational videos that I put out there to encourage you and I as we journey on, as we build, as we are trusting God on our financial journey. It's real, guys. Things are going on. So, but we have to stick together as a community to help one another with the information, with the information that we have, we share to help one another as we journey on in building wealth, I believe so much that wealth is attainable to anyone and everyone. It's not just restricted to one caliber of people or one race or one generation of people. It all depends on what you start doing today, how you apply the financial information, education that you have. How diligent are you in what you're doing? It is possible. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. No exclusion, no exclusion, no exception to the rule. With Him, all things are possible. With your faith, along with your action, miracles happen. And just like Natasha shared her testimony, yours is on the way. Apply the principles, the biblical principles. I think I need to do a video on that. Biblical wealth principles. I need to. All right, guys. It's been fun. Thank you all so much. And God bless. God bless. See you on next week's live. Have a good one.